Toto is something of a faceless band. Is that by design or just the way it happened?
Well, that was the initial concept. We thought we'd enjoy the fact that we weren't being recognized a whole lot, but after 3 years, it's kind of getting to get a little old-fashioned. But in Japan, when we're in Japan, everyone that sees me on the street recognizes me, calls me by my first name. It's amazing over there. It's like people here don't do that, but over in Japan, everyone knows every face in our band, and we're very recognized over there. So I guess it's just the continent you happen to be on.
Give me a quick thumbnail sketch of the other members of the band.
Gosh, Jeff, I would just say very creative and amusing. There's so many more terms, but they'd be, you know, you wouldn't be able to keep them on this.
Sure.
Here. Let's see, Steve Lukather, insane. Bobby Kimball, a great songwriter, very crazy. Mike Porcaro, right now, I would say Mr. Time. He's got the best time in the world. He used to play drums and still does play drums, but plays bass and has a credible time, you know. And Steve Porcaro. We refer to him as Sherman, like with the Sherman and the Wayback Machine, you know, because he's put this whole system, synthesizer system together and kind of masterminded just the concept for doing it and taking it out on the road. I mean, no one takes these things out on the road like this, and Steve's made it seem easy, you know. So we're best of friends, and there's no egos involved, and it's a lot of fun.
One of the rumors that was going around about Toto was that as session musicians, you made too much money that you couldn't afford to actually form a band and go on the road. Is that true?
No, this is what they say, you know. I mean, Jeff and everybody, they were doing lots of studio work. I was getting, you know, I had to do Toto because I had, you know, was drifting out of the session industry, you know, washed up, you know, just old broken down rock and roll pianos. No, just to clear that up a little bit, when I was 13, I met Jeff Porcaro, and we formed a band together in high school, which Mike Porcaro, our current bass player, played in, and I played with Steve Porcaro, who was 2 years younger, and Steve Lukather also. So what actually happened is we started this high school band, kept getting better and better, and finally we were competent enough to do sessions, and started doing sessions because people weren't hiring session players because it sounded too much like session players. You know, they wanted an organized band as opposed to us meeting in the studios for the first time. We were already together, been already together for 4 or 5 years before we ever started doing studio work. We started doing this because we thought if we could do what we were doing in the industry, if we really formed a band and practiced, we would probably amaze ourselves, you know. Money was not satisfying everyone to just do sessions and make a good living, you know, because it musically wasn't satisfying, so that's why the band was formed.
As session players, though, you could make a lot of money without having to go on the road, leave your friends, family, whatever. Do you like going on the road?
Yes, very much. It's very enjoyable and really exciting, you know. It's the most, I think, satisfying when you play something and see immediate audience reaction for it. I think it's a good balance for us and keeps our perspective intact with our live audience.